Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Sully and today we bring you a high round strategy guide on the map Verruckt. So to get right into it, there's going to be two strategies I'm going to be showing you in this video. One with classic gobblegums and one with megas. So classics first, the first thing you're going to want to do in your game is make sure that you spawn in on the juggernog side. After that, you're going to want to make sure that you keep two doors closed for this strategy. The first door is going to be the door next to speed caller. This is going to be where you're doing your early rounds to make the rounds go by as fast as possible. There's going to be two spawns in this room, the spawn right here and the spawn right here too. And then once you're finished with the early rounds, you're going to want to open the speed caller door in order to run the high round strategy, and you're going to want to keep these stairs closed. So now on to the early round strategy. So what you're going to want in order to run this is this exact perk loadout along with the Wonder Waffe and the Raygun Mark II. The Mark IIs is primarily going to be used to give you drops while running this strategy. For example, like max ammos, insta kills, and death machines are nice too. But you're just going to be mainly using the Waffe to get your kills here. So all you're really doing for this strategy is just running around the speed caller perk, and whenever you have about 10 zombies in this little section of the room with you, just shoot the Wonder Waffe, or obviously if you're about to get trapped, shoot the Wonder Waffe as well. And this is going to make the rounds go by so fast. And you should be able to keep this up until about round 50. However, after that point, you're going to require either a max ammo during the round or an alchemical to get you through the whole round. Because even if you start the round with a full waffe, chances are you're not going to be able to finish it, there's that many zombies. But using the Raygun Mark II in that room after round 50 can be a little bit tricky, so one thing that you can do is either at the end of a round going into the next round, or even during a round, if you just shoot the waffe then throw a monkey straight after, and it should be safe to do so. If you just go to this trap and then turn it on when the zombies get near, you should be able to safely use your Raygun Mark II to kill all the zombies coming out of that one barrier, as that's the only zombies that can get here. And this means that you should safely be able to get a few more drops per round. And also, the trap's going to get quite a lot of kills too, so this is going to make it so that you can camp for longer as well. So once you got to the point where you can no longer camp anymore and ammos is too much of a problem, you're going to want to switch your Raygun Mark II for the HVK. This is going to help you gain enough points in the higher rounds to keep hitting the traps. Alright, now moving on to the high round strategy. So whenever you're starting a round with this strategy, I'd recommend starting it in the kitchen. And that's just because it's going to make the first horde up 10 times easier. And then you're going to start making your way towards this trap, and then you're going to want to run through the far door. From that point you want to activate the trap switch, and then if you hug the exact same part of the wall that I'm hugging now, the zombies that followed you through that far door should die at this portion of the trap here. So from that point, once all the zombies are dead and before the respawners can get to you, you're going to want to slide through the trap and then head towards the double tap trap. At this point it's going to be important to remember that you've got to kill some time in order to give time for the traps to recharge. So the best way to do that is by just point whoring, get your points up so that you're not losing points to the traps. And once you get to the point where the toilets are, just start running towards the trap, activate the trap switch. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing that you've done to the last trap. So if you push right up against the wall beside the trap, all the zombies that are going to come from that window are going to actually hit the trap barrier before they hit you. So it kind of turns into a little bit of an AFK trap, but you've got to keep pushing yourself forward, because for some reason when the zombies are running at you, although they're dying from the trap, they're still going to push you back. So just every now and then push yourself forward to the point where you're kind of in the actual trap switch, and you should be good. So once this trap turns off, there's going to be two ways in which you can exit this area. The first is by running through the doorway right in front of you. This is going to be the fastest way to do it, but also the most risky way. So I'd only recommend doing it when you have quite a lot of waffe ammo. And the second way is to turn around and run through this door here. So when you're running through this double tap hallway, it's important to note that you got to stick to the right hand side. For whatever reason, the zombies seem to avoid the right hand side, so you'll always be safe running that route. So I'm going to let the gameplay play out another lap of the strategy, just to help increase your understanding of it. Also in the next lap round, I run through the closed door at the double tap trap, so you'll get to see that too.
operations is at an end. You will die now! Have you heard? It's your time to go!
Alright, so now we're going to be moving on to the online strategy. So the gumballs you're going to want to run this is self-medication, wall power, bullet boost, raindrops, and shopping free. So similar to the classic gobblegum strategy for this, you're going to want to make sure that you spawn on the juggernog side as well. And in terms of doors being closed, you can camp in the speed caller room if you want to with the untitled Wonder Waffe, just to get the early rounds out of the way. But if you want to skip the RNG of the box and just get onto the high round strategy, you're going to have to keep the KRM door closed right next to quick revive. So I'm going to skip the early round strategy, seems as though I already showed it in the classic gobblegum part, and I'm going straight at the high round strategy. So for this you're going to want the LCAR with deadwire, the KRM with turned, and the HVK with fireworks. And it's going to be important that you specifically have deadwire on the LCAR, just in case when you go down you've got to get a kill in order for self-medication to revive you. And the LCAR with deadwire, it's very easy to get a kill. So there's nothing really too crazy about this strategy, it's just basically one of them generic Black Ops 3 strategies where you're training with your AATs. But if there was a tip I could give you, I'd recommend try shooting your turn zombie towards the stairs. And this is just because ideally it'll start running up the stairs and killing the zombie spawns the furthest away from you, to help speed the game up as much as possible. So I'm going to show you how to buy ammo for the LCAR safely. The KRM ammo you shouldn't really have much of a problem with because it's just right behind you. And the HVK you shouldn't have a problem with as well. If you just get ammo at the end of every round you should be fine. But with the LCAR ammo you might initially think it's going to be a bit risky to get. But all you need to do is just shoot fireworks, and fireworks should clear out every zombie in the room. So straight after you've shot fireworks, just run to the ammo, buy it, and then run back to the training strategy. Very simple. And I think that's going to do it for the video. So if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.